So I've given the domain name. How do I create it? Create a new domain from here. Anyone? Guys,
So double click on it.
double click, correct. So does not exist. Wait, okay. Here I'll write employee name. Okay. And character, it is 60. Okay. I said as a local object. Here, even if I create a domain, it will not take lowercase character. Okay. Because there is a checkbox here. Are you able to see what is written here? Case sensitive. Okay. So if I want my system to take lowercase character also, then I have to make it as case sensitive. Okay. Can you write down, guys, in the note? Case sensitive checkbox in the domain. What it will do? It will allow the system to store uppercase and lowercase. If we uncheck it, system will only store uppercase characters. Can you write down, please? Okay. So here we have in the domain level, we have a checkbox called case sensitive. If this checkbox is unchecked, if it is not ticked, that means the field will not be able to store any small case value, lowercase values. The value will be stored in a uppercase. Okay, so if we go to our table, this is the table we created the record, and we can see the names are getting translated to uppercase, even if we enter the value in uppercase and lowercase. Okay, so I want to store the lowercase value also. So for that, I have to check this checkbox, case sensitive. I can activate it. I'll go back to domain data element. I'll activate the data element. Warning during activation, that's fine. Go back. Utilities, table entry, create entries. So I'll create a new record, sheet 5. Here I'll write okay. So now this thing is not getting translated to uppercase. Okay, I'll save the record. I'll go back. I'll see the record. Here I can see I'm able to store the value in lowercase also. Is this point clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you note down these settings in the notebook, please?
Yes, sir.
Lowercase value in domain. Can you note it down, please, everyone? Okay. So now we in the table we have employee ID, name, phone number, designation, gender, and date of joining. Okay. Here I'll add a new field, weight. Okay. So I'll create a data element, employee weight. Okay, weight is not the right thing. We'll do height. Okay. Height. Employee height. So I'll create the data element. Employee height. I'll create a domain. Okay. So what is the data type should I take here for height? Okay. Is it an integer or it is a float or it's a decimal?
It is a decimal.
Float I can take, but float is the problem with float data type is the decimal point is not fixed, right? Here I want a fixed decimal point, which is of 2 decimals. So I can go for decimal here, DEC. Number of character, I'll put enter 10 character. Out of 10 character, I'll have 2 decimal point. Okay. Save it. Save the local object. Activate. Okay. So pay attention to this value. Number of character is 10. Decimal place is 2. Okay. So I'll activate the data element. Go back. Who is changing my table? Roll number 18. Who is it? 2270018. Who is that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have opened it, sir.
Okay. Can you go to display mode so that I will be able to edit it here? So this is a point, guys. Pay attention here. Same table, 2% cannot edit as a single point of time. Okay. Only at single point of time, 1% will have to change. You go to display mode, others. Click on this pencil, it will take you to the display mode. Okay, now others went to display mode, then only I'm able to edit the same table. Okay, so I'll activate this. Warning, no issues. I'll go utility, table content, create. I'll have a new item created. One more. Phone number I can give. Designation I'll give, general I'll give, data point. Now I can give 5.32. Okay. So now it is telling how do we write a number? Decimal value. How do we write decimal number? Height.
Sir, your voice is
okay. So decimal value. Okay. Decimal height. How do we write height? We can write 5 foot, 5.3 feet like this, 30, or we can write 6.01, something like this, right? So I'm entering here 5.32. It's a valid value, right? 5.32 is a valid value for decimal field, right? But here I'm getting a issue. Input must be in format. Okay. I'm getting guys, please note down this issue. Most of you will get this issue while practicing. Okay, please note down. So I'm getting a issue saying input field must be in. Okay, I'll zoom in here. This underscore dot, then underscore dot, then underscore, then comma 00. Okay, so it is expecting. So this is what our Indian standard. Okay. Indian standard, what we do, we write the value and decimal point is denoted by dot. So I know 5 feet and 0.3 feet. So dot is the decimal, but in most of the European country like Germany, it is reverse. Okay, they will write 5.30 as 5.30. Okay, so let's say I have a salary here. Okay, I make it as a salary. So salary is This is the salary. Somebody's salary is this. Okay. So Germany. So the salary will be written as their 1000 separator is dot and decimal point is comma. Okay. This is the Germany, they follow this convention. So if they write like this, then you should understand that they are writing 10,000.50 like this. But their 1000 of separator they use as a dot and the decimal they use as a comma. Okay, so that's why when I enter the value 5.2, system is saying that whatever data you enter, it is not in the right format. It is in 5.32, but it is a decimal field. It's saying the value should be this, comma, then decimal place. Okay. So it is expecting the value in German format, but we are not using SAP in German. We are in India, right? So we have to change these settings. Okay. So for this, there is a T code SU3. Can you write down, everybody, a T code SU3? Please write down because you will get the issue. Please write down this T code SU3. SU3 is maintain user profile. Okay, here we maintain how the default parameter will be. Okay, so go to default and here we can see a decimal notation. Are you see decimal notation? So decimal notation we can see 1.234.567, 89. So by default the German format is selected. So we have to make it as which one is Indian format? The second one is Indian format, isn't it? Is that clear to everyone? We have to select
Yes,
it.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And save. And save. Okay, it will take some time. Got disconnected. Okay, let me re-log in. What is the T code? What is the T code to maintain user profile? SU3. Go to default and save this. Okay, save. After saving, maybe immediately these values will not be changed. So you have to log off and log in. Okay. Now my system got disconnected. So anyhow, I logged in. I no need to log off. Okay. Here I'll give it 7. I'll give somebody phone number, designation, date of birth, height. I'll give 5.2. Now, am I getting any error? Previously, I used to get input must be in this format. I am not getting this error now, right? Because the enter value and my default format are same. Now I can save it. Database record save. I'll go display the height. I can see the height. Okay. Now, why this first record to fixed record value is 0? Why it is 0? Who can explain me?
Because we have not given them.
Because this, when we created this records, this column was not there. Okay, we created this column later on. So when this column get inserted, all the existing rows will have an initial value. And for decimal type, the initial value is 0.00. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, anybody has any questions so far?
Sir, there was a case in the decimal notation box, sir. Why it was there?
Which one?
Sir, check that decimal notation there. It was beginning from that letter X in the decimal notation.
Okay. So this is a drop down. Okay. Like yesterday, day before yesterday, we created gender, right? In gender, we given 01 means male, 02 means female. So 01 is the key and male is the text. Similarly, here in this drop down, X means this, Y means this. So they have this key and value formatting here. Okay, it's kind of the same thing we did for 01 male, 02 female. Okay, is that clear?
But sir, it's showing me, sir. It's showing me directly 1 2 3 4, not beginning from X. Is it
There
okay?
is a settings in the GUI. That is fine. We'll learn that setting later on. Okay, that is also fine. Okay, there is a
Sir,
GUI setting we have to do.
sir,
Just
what did
ignore
you
that thing.
choose for this height? Like which decimal point did you choose?
I chosen the second one. 1, comma 2, 3, 4, comma 5, 6, 7
No,
dot.
sir. The format for the height. What did you choose before?
Okay, here there is no format here. If we go to the domain, we have a data type. We have number of character and number of decimal places. Okay, this is the data type, number of character and decimal places we've given.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we
Got it.
created the entry, it given the error. Then we went to here, we changed the format. Okay, now entry got created. So everybody is clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir, I have a question.
yeah.
Sir, what happens if we change the data type to float, then do
Float you
the
can do, but floating, as you already studied floating, right? Floating decimal point is not fixed. It can store 0 decimal, it can store 10 decimal, it can store whatever it is. But when we go for a decimal data type, it's always will store up to 2 decimal places. Okay, so when it comes to storing the decimal places, always go for decimal data type, don't go for float.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, so now, okay,
Sir,
yeah.
sir, it's mean whenever we make changes using T code SU3, then
Mhm.
log us out?
No,
Log in?
it will not log out, but you have to log in. Otherwise, this change will not reflect. So once you change these settings in SU3, you always log off and log in.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any question? Okay, fine. Another is date of joining. So what is the data type for date of joining? Guys?
So that's
Date.
Dates.
So
Dates. What is written here?
year and month and date.
So first
Year,
में year है उसके बाद month उसके बाद date.
month, date. Okay. So this is the
तो हमें ये
format.
format बदलना पड़ेगा.
नहीं बदलना नहीं पड़ेगा. I'll tell you why. Okay. So now here I'm seeing the data. How it is displaying? 05, 10, YY. So this is dd.mm.yy. Okay. But when I go to the domain, it tells me that this is stored in this format. Okay. So actually, even if in the table level, while displaying the data, we're seeing in dd.mm.yyyy, that is not the format how the data is stored in the table. Okay, please pay attention. This is very critical for you to understand. Date data type. Okay, date data type. So what is the length? Length of this data type is fixed 8, right? Then how it is stored? Internal format. How it is stored in the DB is known as internal format. Format how data is stored in database level. Okay, is it clear? Internal format. Okay, another is external format. External format how data is displayed on the screen. Okay, so what is the internal format for date? This is YYYYMMDD. How data is displayed? It depends. There is a way in India how we see it. DD YYYY. This is Indian format, right? Indian format. In US, people see it as month, date, YYYY. This is USA. In Canada, they see like this. Okay. So when data is getting stored in the table, for all the data, it will be stored in YYYYMMDD. But when we display, there is 3 different ways. Okay. Is it clear? Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So can anybody
Yes, sir.
tell me why the date is stored as this, not as this or this or this? Why it is stored as this? There should be some logic, right? It is not done randomly. Correct? It is not done randomly. There should be a logic behind it. So can anybody explain me why it is stored in this? Okay. What is the data type for date? It's date only, but this is character. Internally, it's character, right? Character. Okay. Now, if we compare two characters, how we compare? We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
CMP.
2, 3, 4. Okay. This is stored as character. If it is stored as integer, we can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is greater than 2, 3, 4. If it is stored as integer, we can say the first number is greater than second number. But if the value is stored as string or character, then when you do a comparison, the second number will be greater. How? Because character comparison happens character by character. Right? This is how we search the dictionary. How we search a dictionary. So if the word is data, we open in which page we are. If the starting is C, then we have to go next. If the starting letter of the page is E, we have to come left, right? This is how we do the text comparison. Okay. So as data, date is a character type. If we store the date as 12, May is 05, 2022, and 1303, 2022. Which date is greater? Actually, which date is greater? This is greater date, right?
Yes, sir.
Greater than
Yes, sir.
below date, right? But if we do a character comparison, how system will compare? It will compare 1 and 1, both are same. It cannot decide which is greater, it will go to the next. 2 and 3, which is greater? 3 is greater. So system will decide decide this date is greater, right? If we store the data in internal format, how SAP is storing, I can stare like this, and that below date will be stored as this. Is it correct? Have I written correct? Guys, if we store the data in this format, this value become this and this value become this. Am I correct or wrong?
Correct, sir.
Now the data type is character. I do a comparison. 2 is same as 2, 0 is same as 2. So till this everything is same. When next thing is compared, 5 is compared with 3. Which one is greater? 5 is greater.
So 5.
Yeah. So we can decide this is greater. Which is correct? Correct or wrong? This comparison is correct or not? Wrong. This
Yes,
comparison
sir.
is correct. So that's the reason.
Sir, if both the months is same,
Okay.
both
So
are 5. Both are 5.
okay. Then 1 and 1 will be compared. 1 and 1 will be compared. Then still same. Then 2 and 3 will be compared. Clear? So every time if we store the value of the date in this format, the comparison will always return a correct value. But if we store in any of this format here, this comparison will not be correct. Okay, that's the reason this internal format and external format are different. Everybody understood this or any question? Guys,
Can you explain it again?
okay. So for date, there is an internal format, there is an external format. Okay. The internal format is this YYMMDD. External format can be any of these three. Okay. Depend on the which country you are residing. Okay. If we store the date value as like this comparison will go wrong because the data type, internal data type for the date is character. When we compare character by character, it may return a wrong value. Okay, but we store in YYYMMDD and we compare the data, it always return the right value. Okay, that's the reason the internal format and external format are different. So everybody understood this thing, what is internal format and what is external format and why it is different? Because after working 5-6 years also, people are unable to explain why SAP has done this internal format and external format. Okay, I want everyone to understand this. It's not done randomly. There is a logic behind that. Okay, everybody is clear?
Yes, sir.
On this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in India, I see the display here, value like this in USA. So how do I control this? Again, same thing, go to SU3. Once you go to SU3, go to default, and here is a date format. Are you able to see different date, guys? So this is which format, external format or internal format? These settings.
External format.
Sir, it's external.
External. External. Internal format is always same. YYYYMMDD. But I can choose how the date should be displayed externally on a screen or anywhere. Okay, so which one should I go? The first one? As per India, this is the first one, right? Okay, fine. Okay, so how? Okay, now let's create one more record. Okay, we'll go here, here, here. And now I'll go to key date. This is me. Phone number, designation, calendar, date of joining I select. So which format it is taking the value?
Indian time.
The external format.
Indian.
External format, right? Now when I save it, system will automatically convert this to internal format and it will store in the database. Okay. And when I come here, display the data, again, data is retrieved from the internal format while displaying that getting converted to external format. Okay. So who does it? Who does it? So there is something called conversion exit. Okay.
Compiler.
Sorry.
Compiler.
Compiler. No, no. It's application server, but application server calls a conversion exit. Okay. Conversion exit, the role of conversion exit, this is nothing but function module. We'll learn what is function module. Okay. It is a function module which convert the data from external format to internal format. So when it is converted, guys, while saving the data to database and converts internal format to external format while displaying the record. Who does that? Conversion exit. Okay. So for conversion exit, there is two function module. Conversion exit, name of conversion exit, input, then conversion exit, out. Okay. There is two function module available. The role of this function module to convert the external format to internal format, and output is converting internal format to external format. Okay. So when you go to domain, are you able to see a routine? Routine, that is the conversion exit. We can say it as a conversion exit or conversion routine. Okay. So here we have to specify a routine. Which routine should convert this data from external to internal? But when it's come to data type, there is no conversion required. No conversion routine required. System will automatically convert. Okay. But there is other conversions where we need to specify the conversion exit. I'll write the same thing here. For date data type, no conversion, no need to specify the conversion routine in the domain. System will automatically converts the data from external to internal format and from internal to external format. Okay. For data type, there is not required to mention the routine. Even if you don't specify anything in the routine, okay, system will still convert this. Okay. There is other scenario. I'll give an example. Okay. Let's say the data type is character. Okay. When I see the data external, let's say character and length is 10. Length is 10. So when the value external value is 10, but internal value should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 0, like this. Okay. There are some scenarios where in the character field we only store values. For example, the employee ID or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. In that case, the external value should be 10, but when it is getting stored, it should be stored in like this. Okay. This we can achieve this functionality by using alpha conversion. Okay. So here we have to go here, we'll go to employee ID. Sorry. Where is employee ID? Okay. Employee ID character 8. We'll go to domain. Here we'll mention alpha. Okay, let us create some record before giving the value. So now there is no conversion exit available. Okay. So we'll create entry. I'll put 1 and I'll give someone else designation, gender, date of joining, type. Save. So if we go, only 1 is there. Okay. And internally also it is saved as 1. But if we go here and we'll go here, we'll have to write alpha conversion. Okay. We can activate this. Go here, utilities, table content, create entries. I'll write 2. We saved, but when it got saved, it will be saved as, are you able to see 0002? But give me a moment. So guys, are you able to see how the data is getting stored here in the table level?
Yes, sir.
Right? Why it is happening? Because we are using alpha conversion. The use of alpha conversion to add leading zeros to the numeric value in a character data type. Is it clear, everyone? So that same thing, when data is displayed, it will remove the zeros, will display like this, and internally it is stored like this. Same conversion exit. So if I double click here, I will be able to see 2 function module. Are you able to see conversion exit underscore alpha input, conversion exit alpha output? You can see the text here, external to internal. That I've written it here, input. Input is external to internal, output is internal to external. Okay.
So why it is converted?
Why it is converting? Because we want to behave in that way. So the same concept will come here. Why we want to add zeros to a character? Because same comparison. If we have 2 values.
So then every time we
10 and
decide a
5.
card length, we have to add zeros. We have to make it alpha.
Alpha. Most of the time, is if it is storing a character value in some ID type, then you should use alpha always.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Everyone is clear in this conversion exit, guys? Okay. So now that we understood the internal format and external format, there is two things we have to pay attention here. Number of character. The data type is DATS, it's for date. Number of character is 8. Output length is 10. Who can explain me why number of character is 8 and output length is 10? Anyone who can explain me this?
Sir, because two
Sir, output
dots.
contains two dots as well.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
exactly. Exactly. Excellent. If I go back, I go to heights. What is the data type? Decimal. Here, why it is 13? So the display format will also contain a dot and also 1000 separator. Okay. Is that clear? While displaying a decimal value, we will have the 1000 separator also, right? So for that also we need the length. So output length is calculated. This is auto calculated. Never ever change it. Okay. Give the total character, give the decimal places. It will be auto calculated. Okay. Clear, guys? Length and output length can be same, can be different. Okay. If it is getting calculated automatically, do not change it. Okay. Leave it is the calculated value. Guys, clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, there is two different values we capture. One is the amount and one is the quantity. Okay. Who can tell me what is amount? Amount is nothing but we can say the amount means we can say it's the price, not price,
Sum of
money, right? What's the money? Quantity of money. Quantity of money. Maybe it's a bad definition I'm giving, guys, but you understand what I'm telling. So let's say salary. Salary is 10,000 or 1 lakh. Okay. 1 lakh. Okay. So now this 1 lakh is the amount. Okay. This is known as amount field. Amount field. Okay. So each amount field is divided into two parts. It has two parts. It's two parts. What is one part? One is the numeric part. Numeric part. Another is the currency part. Right? So now I say the salary is 1 lakh. This information is not complete. Okay. 1 lakh what? INR, USD, or Euro, or is Saudi Riyal, or Bahrain Dinar. Don't know, right? So when we say something related to money, we say two things. We say 1 lakh, then we say rupees, right? 1 lakh and rupees. Okay. So this numeric part is known as currency. The data type is CURR. Okay. Data type is CURR. The currency part is known as currency key. The data type is CUKY. Okay. So when we specify, okay, when we specify any amount field, we have to specify the numeric part, Okay. So when we specify the amount, we have to specify the numeric part and the currency key part. So the data type for numeric part should be CURR. Data type for the currency key will be CUKY. Everyone is clear in this?
Yes, sir.
Now, so now next is quantity. Right? What is quantity? We can say weight is 70 kg. Petrol, we can say 10 liter. We can say cloth 50 meter. Okay. So here also we have two parts always. One is the numeric part and one is the unit part. Okay. So the numeric part is known as quantity and the data type is QUAN, QUAN. And the unit part, we can say the unit, the data type is unit. So whenever we are specifying any quantity, we have to specify the quantity and we have to specify the unit. Okay. There cannot be a quantity field where we only have the quantity field without unit. Unit has to follow. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Guys, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we come here. That is the reason I didn't add the salary on the first class. Okay. So I'll add here salary. Okay. I can say EMP salary. Oh, it's already somebody created. Okay. Employee salary. Not there. Okay. I'll create employee salary. Somebody created. Okay. No problem. D employee salary. Okay. I think I created employees salary. Okay, this is the domain. What is the data type, guys? I have to give here. CURR. Okay, and CURR is a whole number or decimal number? The decimal number. I can give 13 or 17. Decimal place is 2. Okay, now output length is auto calculated. Okay, save. Active. Back, I'm in data element. I activated the data element. Now my field is added. Okay. What is the second field I need here, guys? Currency, right? ZEMP currency. I can create. Okay. I'll write it. Currency key. Currency key. Okay, and I'll create a domain here. I'll create a domain currency key. And here, this is CUKY. Okay, it default taken 5 character. That is fine. Stick with it. Activate. Go back. Now, to define the amount, I need two field here. One is the numeric part, the currency part, that is currency key. Okay. So 2 field I added. Okay, now I'll activate. When I'm activating, I'm getting this error. So when I click it, I'm getting this error. What is the error? Specify reference table and reference field. Can somebody, I want everyone to take a screenshot of this because all of you will get this error at some point of time. Can you please take a screenshot of this or can you write it down in a note? This error, specify reference table and reference field. This will come if we are using a amount field or quantity field. Okay, can you take a screenshot or can you write it down somewhere in the notes, please, everybody? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please write it down. Exact statement, you write it down. Okay, specify reference table and reference field. I know most of you will get this error. Okay, so if you have it in the notes, you can refer. Everybody has written this error, guys?
Yes.
How to fix this error? Okay, now we'll go to the table. Here we have an additional tab. Are you able to see currency quantity field? Okay, when we go to this tab, every field is disabled. For all of the field is disabled. Only for the salary, this field is enabled. Reference table, reference field. Okay. This field is disabled only for salary. So what it is expecting? Okay. In salary field, what will be stored? We'll store the numeric part, 1 lakh. And currency will store INR. Okay. But how system will know that this field is storing the currency key of this field? We have to link this. We have to tell system this is my amount field. This is my currency field. So whatever amount I store in this field, you can find the currency here. Okay, so how we can do that? I copy this table name, paste it in a reference table. Copy the currency field, give it here. Okay, so I tell the system now that this is my amount field. And if you're looking for currency, you go to this table, go to this field, you will find what is the currency. Okay, now I saved it. It's activated. Okay, now I'll go utilities, table content, create. Employee ID 9, some here. Then here I can put 1 lakh and I can put INR. Okay, so once I go here, I will be able to see 1 lakh and INR. Okay, so is this thing clear? What is reference table and reference field? Can you write it down in a note? It's an interview question. Can you write it down in the note, please? What is reference table and reference field? It's an interview question. Okay, please write it down. For amount and quantity field, we have to specify currency key or unit respectively. So we do that with the help of reference table and reference field. Okay, this is the interview question, guys. Okay, now I'll create another field. I'll go for weight. Okay, let's get weight. Okay, ZEMP weight.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So can you repeat that again for amount or quantity field?
We have to specify. We have to specify the currency key or unit field with help of reference table and reference field.
Sir, how did you get that reference table and reference field before it was not there?
So when we do define the field, we're in this field tab, right? There is
Okay.
5 tabs here. So
Yes,
when
sir.
we go come default, it is in field tab. So if you
Yes.
want to maintain a reference table and reference field, you have to go to the 5th tab, which is the currency and quantity.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Once you
Okay.
go there, all the currencies CURL and
Okay.
QUAN field will be enabled. There you can maintain the reference.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank
Now
you.
yeah. So here I'll write employee weight. Okay.
So in some
Yes.
attributes,
You have to do that actually.
so in all the attributes.
All the attributes you should. Okay. What is the use? We'll learn in coming classes. Okay. So what is the data type should I give for weight, guys? One,
Sir, numeric data.
not numeric, quantity. Because I want every quantity to follow a unit, right? If I give numeric, then I cannot maintain the unit in the relationship. And I don't know if it is 70, it's 70 kg or 70 meter. Okay. So it
Sir,
has
here
to
also the reference table and reference that will
has
apply.
to be maintained exactly as is. Otherwise, system will not allow. So what is the decimal place should I give here, guys, for quantity?
So 0.
No, not 1.
Sir,
Two,
two.
sir.
It should be 3. It should be 3. Why 3? Guys, why 3? So let's say, yeah, 1,000 meter is 1 kilometer, right? So if I'm maintaining kilometer, I can give 2.789. If it is liter, 1,000 milliliter is 1 liter, right? So we have to go to 3 decimal places for quantity. Okay, for currency, it's 2. Here I'll remove this. So whenever you're changing number of character, always remove output length. Okay. Okay. Remove the output length and recalculate it. Okay. Okay. Go back. Here I activate. Go back. Here I'll give unit. And I can get jet unit. I think so it should be there. Okay. If I go to this, somebody already created. Domain is also there and data type is unit. Okay. So I'll go here. I'm not creating a new data element. It's already there. I go to currency and like, see guys, if I activate, I'll get the same issue. The same issue, right? Specify reference table and reference field. Okay. So here what I have to go, I'll go here. This is enabled for weight. I will tell that I'm maintaining the weight here. And if you are looking for the unit, you can go to this table and you see this field. You will find the unit. Okay. Table is activated. I'll go here. Yeah. So here, this reference field and reference table is enabled for weight, right? So here I'll maintain 70. Then it is kg or gram, I don't know, right? So I'm telling the system, you go to this table and this field, you will be able to find the unit for this. Okay, so that's why I mentioned the table name and field name. Activated. More utility table content create. Heat 10. We learned it here, right? We are doing the changes in which layer? In the application layer, right? But table is an artifact in database level, right? So if you do the changes here and you don't activate, the changes is not propagated to database level. So the database level table is different and this is different. So those changes will not reflect. Creating a new table here. So once you activate, then only the table getting created in the database level. If you don't activate, the table actually does not exist in the database level.
No, sir. While creating a new table, I did activate the domains one by one. I only activated the table.
Table. But what is the status of the domain? Is it active or it's not active?
I don't know. I have to check that.
If the data element domain is active, that is fine. If they are in new status, you will not be able to activate your table.
I'm able to insert the data and display the data.
That means the data element and domain are already in active status. Okay. If these things are already in active status, you can go and use them directly without activating. Why I'm activating every time? Because I'm creating this. When I create it, created in the new status. To use it, I need it in active status. That's why I'm activating. If something is available, the data element is available in active status, you can directly use it.
Yes.
Okay.
So can we know that why is this happening? That in some cases that is activated, new and activated.
So whenever you are creating it new for the first time, right, it will be created as a new. Okay, yes. And sometimes it will be inactive. If somebody changed it, save it, and it didn't activate it, so that will be in inactive status.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now I'll go here. It here I'll write someone special. Phone number I'll write, and wait, I'm not filling the rest of the things. 7.500 unit is kg. Yes, save. Okay, it's not get saved. Maybe I didn't saved it. Okay, let me create once again. And here I'll click the weight. I'll click the unit and click on for database record successfully created. Okay, click 10 I created. I'll go here. Hit 10 here, right? 70.5 kg, 70.5 kg. Okay, I'm able to create it. Okay. So now what we learned? We learned how to create a table. We learned what is data element, what is domain. Okay, one topic I left it, I guess. That is a two domain concept, right? I told I'll explain it later. Okay, I'll explain it now. Two domain concept. So what is two domain concept? We have a data element and we have domain. Okay, we have data element and we have domain. In data element, what we have? Semantic information, correct? Plus, okay. Semantic information in domain, what we have? Technical information. Okay. So what is the benefit we are getting? Okay. So let's say employee. Okay. For employee, domain is, sorry, data element. Data element is chat HCM underscore EMP is the data element, or I can write data element EMP. Domain is chat HCM DEMP. Okay. Is it clear? For employee, my data element is ZSCMDEEMP and domain is ZSCMDEEMP. Now manager. Okay. Manager. So manager is an employee or a not an employee? Guys.
Employee.
Employee. So the data type here mentioned in the domain will be same for manager or it will be different? The data type of employee and data type of manager will be same or different?
Sir, different.
Why different? It has to same because
No, sir, it is.
manager is also an employee.
Sir, but
Right?
their work will be different now.
Work
Or
will be
at least-
different. Yes, work role responsibility is different. But when we're coming to the technical perspective in a table level, the data type which holds the employee ID is same as manager ID because manager is a employee. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Guys? So shall I create a new domain? Shall I create a new domain?
We will use the same domain of.
Same domain
We
will
will
use.
use
Excellent
same
answer.
domain.
Right? We no need to create a new domain for manager because manager is also an employee. And here we need what is different here. Technical information is same, right? The data type length is same, but meaning is different. So here we can create a new data element. ZSCM DEMNGR. Right? Inside the data element, we can create a domain. So we should not create a domain, we use the existing domain. Okay. So when tomorrow, let's say we want to change it or something, we change in here, it also reflect here. If you go to, let's say the domain length is 10, we change it to 12, it also reflect here in employee, it also reflect in manager, right? So I have a better design, no need to change twice. I'm changing in one place, it getting reflected in employee, also in manager. Okay, that is the reason SAP has come up with two things. It has separated the meaning from the technical data type. Okay, so technical data type in domain, meaning or semantic definition is in data element. Is this thing clear? This can be an interview question also. Sometimes they ask. It's not always, but yeah, sometimes they will ask this. Okay, so please note it down and also note it down this example. Okay, and one thing I want to tell you all. Okay, so you are studying now, you read the book, you go and write the exam. So in the exam, what you do? You write a bookish definition, right? The definition is available in the book and the question will come and you have to write the same definition. Okay. But when it comes to the corporate world, even if you don't know the definition, no worries. Okay. Okay, no worries. You can explain what is important is whether to understand the concept, whether you know it, if the work is assigned, whether you will be able to do it. So let's say you don't know the definition is two domain concept. That is fine. You can give an answer saying that, okay, I have a data element employee for employee and domain, but the manager data element is different. but the domain is same as employee. So you can give the example and try to answer. It's not always important that you say a bookish definition. Okay, so keep that thing in mind when you are attending interview. If you don't recall anything, that's fine. Explain what you understood. Give an example or something that will work. Okay, so that's the reason. Please write it down, this example. If this comes up, you can explain them. What is two domain concept and why it is important. Okay, guys, is that clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because this is very important for you to understand. Okay, no need to tell the definition in an interview. If you know the example, if you tell the example, that is enough. Okay, if you know the definition, that's fine. Always, if you know the definition, tell the definition. If you don't know, you don't say I don't know. Okay, you explain it with the example. They will understand. Okay. So now, till now, what we have done, we have created a table. In the table, we have used predefined data type. We created data element. In the data element, we use predefined data type. Then in the data element, we created domain. In the domain, we have specified the data types. We understood what is lowercase. We understood what is conversion routine. One more thing I have forgotten. Okay, so if it is integer or decimal, okay, so there is a checkbox sign. Okay, by default it is unchecked. Sign is unchecked. That means it only stores the positive values. Okay, if you want to store negative value, you can check this sign and you can give negative values. Okay, so we learned what is sign, case sensitive, routine, output length, number of character, decimal, data types. And in value tab here, we learned what is fixed value. Okay, and what else we learned? We learned currency, currency key, quantity, unit, reference table, and reference field. Okay. Now, how we are creating the entry? Go to utilities table, create entry, and here we are creating one by one, which is little bit tedious. There is something available where we can create multiple record in a single go. That thing is known as TMG, table maintenance generator. You can write it TMG. Okay, TMG. Okay, so this provides a user interface to maintain multiple records at single time, or maintain multiple record. This provide a UI to maintain multiple records at single time. Okay, so we will see how to create a TMG. Okay, I'm here in more. I have to go to utilities. Can you write this down? How to create a TMG? Creating a TMG. Can you write it down in the notes? You have to go to utilities. You have to go table maintenance generator. Okay, click on table maintenance generator. In the authorization group, you specify NC. Okay, I'll write it down. Okay, so the path is utilities, then table maintenance generator. Okay, then what are the parameter we are specifying? First one is the authorization group. Authorization group. So for now, you maintain it NC. Okay, NC. Then next is function group. Okay, so we have to create one. We create a group. We can specify Z star something. Okay, Z then name. Okay, I'll explain it. Then there will be a screen number. Screen number. Okay, that's it. Then click on create. Okay, let's do this step. Function group. I'll explain what is function group in a while. Okay, I'll give Z kit HC, or I can say Z kit 0. This is the name of the function. And select the maintenance type as one step. Maintenance type as one step. Okay. Then specify the number, screen number here. So never specify the screen number manually. Never specify the screen number manually. Okay. So what you have to do instead, click on find screen number. Guys, can you write it down, all the steps? So no need to maintain it manually. You can do find screen number. Here you have to select propose screen number. Then propose screen number. Okay. Click OK. It suggested 1. Then click on create. This is the create button. Click on create. It will ask for this pop-up. Click on $TMP, local object. Okay. Okay. Request completed without error, which means our TMG is created. Go back here, utilities, table content, create entry. See, now this thing is automatically created in a table manner. Okay. So now this is a bit easy. If I am to change this, I can remove this, I can remove this, and I can save it in a single go. Okay. So this thing, who has designed? System already designed. What we have done, we have only provided few values and we click on create, and the rest of the things is done by the system. If we need to create new entry, you can create here. A table is display, you can write kit 11, someone kit 12, someone 2, kit 13, kit 13, someone 3, and here we can maintain the numbers at a single go. You can see here the gender are automatically coming in a drop down. You can select the date here. And here height you can maintain, salary you can mention. Okay. So you can save. Yes, save. You can display. Data didn't save. What is the issue? Okay, let me try again. Is there any issue? Error. Okay. Data didn't get saved. What is the issue? Create entry. Okay, I'll create one. 811. 12. 13. 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. The value, click save. Data is saved. We go back. Data is not getting saved here. There is some issues with, oh, here, okay. 11, 12, 13 is there, okay. It got shifted to middle. Save, go back. Data was changed, save the entry first. Data was saved, okay. 10 is got selected, 11. Okay, there is some issues. Okay, I have to regenerate it. I don't know what is the issue here. Everything is active. Okay, I have to recreate it. I will go to table maintenance generator. I delete it. Go back. Again, I'll go to utilities, table maintenance generator, and specify the same thing. Find here, create. Okay, I'll go now here, utilities, table content, create. We'll go here, create 11, create 12, create 13, 11, okay, and here I can see male, female, female, save it, data saved, go back, save it, data save. Okay, data was changed. Okay, data is not getting saved. What is the reason? We no salary. What is the issue? Maybe some issue with the data. So we'll delete the data and we'll try to regenerate the TMG database utility, or you can go to AC14. Okay, AC14. We'll go here, delete data, activate and adjust. Data is deleted. Now we go to AC11. Go to utilities, table maintenance generator, delete. Okay. Now the table maintenance generator is deleted. I'll recreate it. Give the name here, function group name, find screen number. Okay. And utilities, table maintenance, create entries. So now, before creating the entry, we'll see that there is no data now, okay? Because we deleted the data, we'll create all the new data now. So utilities, table content, create, it one. Is this designation, gender, date of birth, salary is 10,000, INR, and I can mention kit 2. Maintain some values, maintain female, and I can save the data, go back, save. Now data is saved. If I go here, we are able to see the created data. Okay, so previously it was not getting saved because some of the field we added later on, right? That may be causing the issue. So we deleted the entire data from the table. We regenerated the TMG. Okay, so now we will be able to do a mass maintenance here. Okay, mass maintenance. Here I can again maintain 2, 3 value at a time. Heat 3, heat 4, heat 99. Can save. So the data is getting saved. So you want to change it, I can go here, create, and I can change it to some multiple times. So it is used for the mass maintenance. So everybody understood what is a table maintenance generator, TMG?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the TMG, here is a screen, right? Here is a screen, okay? In .NET, Java, we call it as a page, okay? In ABAP, this thing, whatever you're seeing, we call it as a screen, okay? So we have a screen. In the screen, we have a table. We have these buttons. Once we save, data is getting saved to the table, right? So all these things is happening, right? So how it is happening? The code is there. Code is written. So once we click on create, system is writing some code. Okay, system is writing. If I go here, table maintenance generator, here if the create button is there. So once we click create, system is writing some code. So where it is writing the code? It is writing inside the function group. So function group is the container of the code. So where system is writing the code. So for that reason, we need to specify a function group. Okay. So if we specify the function group, system will create a function group with this name, and it will write the code to generate whatever is required for the TMG. Okay. That is the first thing. Second thing is the screen number. Okay. So we are able to see a table and we are able to maintain the value. So that thing is done through a screen. So system created a screen, right? So that's the reason we have to specify the screen number. Okay, so we have specified 1. So system, once you click on create, it will create a screen with 1 and it will do. So if you want to see what is inside the screen, you can double click. It will take you the screen. System has created a screen. If you go to layout, okay, so you can see system has designed the screen also. Okay, we haven't done it. System is doing it. So it's bit easy for us to maintain. If you want to do it, it will take time. Okay, and how to create a function group, how to create a screen, we'll learn. That is part of our curriculum. In the coming class, we'll be covering. But for now, you just understand why you are specifying a function group and why we are giving a screen. The second thing to pay attention here, I told that do not mention the screen number. Always click on propose screen number, because once you do propose, system will go inside this function module, a function group. It will check, is there any screen created? Okay, so one screen created. So next time if you use the same function group, the screen number will be proposed by 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 like that. If you do manually, let's say there is someone created a TMG and the number is 1 and you came in, you specify 1 and created it, the previously created screen will be gone. So you lost that previously created TMG. So that's the reason you should not give this name from your end. You click on the propose. System is decide what screen number it should be. Based on the whatever is created, it will propose a number. You just click on create. Okay. So is it clear on the TMG part? I know it's too much of information, but once you do it from your end, things will be easy, which is useful that much.